Thank you, Jojo. All right, guys. So what I was getting to is we can continue to go over this, and I got your back. So we'll go over the in-home presentation because I do understand. You want to feel confident going in, right? You want to feel confident going in and sitting with these clients in the whole nine. But the best way that's going to happen is when we get in front of clients and our backs are against the wall a bit, and we're kind of forced, in that position to like, okay, the client's in front of me. I got to perform now. So the first thing I want to touch upon is the confidence and psychology behind it, right? So when you do get into an in-home, right, even if you get confused and you start messing up and don't feel like you know what you're doing, the client doesn't know that. Okay, the client, and put a message in everybody's Telegram, whoever's going to keep coming in and out, don't come in, please. Okay. Thank you. So even though you guys don't know and you get a little mixed up and you're like, oh, what should I say at this point? What should I do at this point? Remember, first thing is take a deep breath, right? Because if there's too much going on and you're getting too nervous or you're just feeling very disrupted, the client's going to feel that and it's going to decline anyways. So when you get to the position where you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, first thing is take a deep breath. Don't show it because they don't see it. You're the person with the license. And then what do? You call your upline. You call Joe, you call Vita, you call me. If Joe doesn't have the answer or this person doesn't have the answer, you call me. You'll get in contact with me right away, right? My phone's always with me. And then we can go ahead and supply an answer. Just like when Joe and Chris were starting, every client they sat with, they would give me a call, right? And it looks good because you have that third party giving advice as well. Your senior underwriter, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, give me 1 second. I'm just going to call my senior underwriter to get an exact answer for this. And Joe was there all the time. He heard it. He's like, dude, what the hell was that? I was like, it just works. Chris, same thing. It just works. So that's the thing as well. Understand that it worked many times. So understand that you're not in this by yourselves. We're here for a reason, to assist, to help you grow, and to give answers, okay? To give answers to the questions that you have. But we want to get back to the point where you do have to get uncomfortable. You do have to sit in front of these clients. We're going to start the whole Zoom thing and all that stuff, of course. But to get good on the Zooms and the phones, you need to have, some experience in a home and selling insurance, period. Right? So I'm pretty consistent in the field still. 80% of my production is face-to-face because I enjoy that as well. So I'm going to show you different ways of how I go about this. Okay, my in-home presentation, and then the rebuttals. Everybody, you can start putting in rebuttals and I'll tell you what I say, because it becomes so fluid and so second nature, because I've been here, 13, 14 months. I've sat in front of thousands of clients already, right? Because I have a full-time schedule. So that adds up. So first thing is, take it easy. Don't get so nervous. There are people just like you. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to find something affordable for them and getting them approval and get something in place. So just take it easy. You got third-party assistance, and I'm going to show you how we get down. All right. And obviously, this is my way, right? This is my way. I keep it very cut, dry, and easy. But you just take nuggets and then you put them into how your personality is or how your characteristic is. If you're a female, you can take some of what I do, some of what Crystal does, and some of what Vita does, and that's kind of your own thing, right? So this is how we go about it. The first thing, I'm gonna skip to the bit. Oh, and by the way, we can go over the phones. Remember, the phones are the gateway to business, by the way. But we're not even gonna make this a phone training. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how important that is, right? Without the phones and the discipline and the work ethic of the phones, that does not allow the gateway to get into that home and for that business. Okay, but nonetheless, this is how I go about my income. So right when I get in, this is my bag. Okay, my durable bag. So right when I knock on the door, Mr. Smith here for our appointment. Eye contact right away, right? That first 12 seconds, that first 7 seconds of you and that client's interaction is going to set the tonality of how this appointment's going to flow. Are you coming in with the respectable confidence, or are you going in the foggy nervousness. So you don't know exactly what you need to do exactly. So you have already set the standard and can't even give Mr. and Mrs. Smith the proper eye contact. So that's the first thing, right? Secondly, knock on the door. Hey, Mr. Smith, here for our appointment. Did you want the shoes on or off? Right? Just say it is courteous. We always talk about it, so continue doing it. Did you want the shoes on or off? Office, keep them on is fine. It's okay. It's okay. Perfect. Perfect. Is there a kitchen table or a dining table I can sit at? We're setting the tone already. This is where I need to do my business, Mr. Smith. Okay. Yeah. Right here is fine. Okay. I get into the table. This is how I break the ice. I sit down. I'm like, all right, guys. First, let me show you this. Exactly what I say. First. Let me show you this. I take out my Department of Insurance license. I lay it down. I take out my state license. My driver license. I show them that as well. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that is my identification. That right there, if you went on the California insurance government websites, you'd actually see my name. Okay, so go ahead and feel free to take a picture. If you're like, no, it's okay, we trust you, Okay, I'm gonna take my driver license back just in case I forget, but I'll leave this right here, okay? Fair enough, perfect. We established credibility. You can find me on the state and government website, sir. Saying state and government triggers an emotion in the client because those are words of power, right? State, government. That triggers an emotion in somebody. And that's what this business is about as well, right? That's the first thing. Next, you are going to find out the client's why, right? So if you guys are taking notes, pretty much everybody who's not doing more than $10,000 a month should be taking notes, respectfully. This is part of it. The credibility part. And then now we're going to find the why. Their why for inquiring on this information and allowing us into their home. Imagine that. Somebody's allowing you into their home. Like I'm putting myself in that position right now. That's going to take a lot. Like I probably want something if that's happening, right? So we're going to find out the why. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, majority of people who are in your position, they filled out that form or they requested this information is because they don't have any coverage or they need more coverage. Which one do you fall into? They don't have any coverage or they need more coverage. Which one do you fall into? They don't have any coverage or they need more coverage. Which one do you fall into? There's two options. They don't have any coverage or they need more coverage. Regardless their answer, my answer, perfect. Glad I'm here. Because I don't want to overthink and I don't want to think too much. So I'm going to ask these questions. Because you guys need more coverage or no coverage, or you don't have any coverage. Both is going to be the same answer. Perfect, glad I'm here. Perfect, glad I'm here. Right? Guys, having these set standards makes the in-home easier. So it doesn't have to be so cluttered. We're cutting it down right there. It's whatever it is, it's going to be the same answer. Perfect, glad I'm here. Right? Next, we are going to explain the process, right? We're going to explain the process. So we established credibility. We are going to explain we found out their why, and now we're going to explain the process. I'm going to do this very smooth after, by the way. Why are we going to explain the process? Because the client is in a position of uncertainty, right? The client is sitting with a random insurance broker, random insurance agent, which is you, and they are in a state of uncertainty. Why are they in a state of uncertainty, right? It's because they don't understand the process. They don't understand how it's about to go down. They don't understand what the steps are. They don't understand what you're going to ask of them. So let's address the elephant in the room and clarify that. Let's address the elephant in the room and clarify their anxious feeling of you being there. So let's explain the process. Here's the process. Mr. Smith, this is how the process works. It's very easy. It's 2 minutes of simplified issued questions. Simplified issued means that it's non-medical, no blood, no physical. There's no nursing team that's going to be here. All they're going to do is run your MIB, your Medical Information Bureau. That pretty much sees any surgeries in the last few years, prescription history, etc. Does that make sense? Perfect. Yes, that makes sense. Simplified issued means it's non-medical. There's no blood and physical under that. Okay. And I explained in one sentence what that means. Credibility. Just that word simplified issue triggers emotion, credibility. MIB triggers emotion, credibility. And in one sentence, I explain what that means, and it makes sense to them, and it makes them feel smart because I use these insurance words and they can relate because I said that one sentence and clarifying, right? So after you do that, MIB. Yes, so it's 2 minutes of simplified issue questions, which means it's non-medical, no blood, no examination, anything like that. All they're going to do is run your MIB, your Medical Information Bureau, to see prescription history, any surgeries that happened in the past. Is that fair enough? Perfect. Also, the product that we have here, so let's say I was going to Eagle Premier on Americo, right? That's a permanent whole life product. How I'd explain that. Mr. Smith, the product that we have here, okay, it's going to be a permanent whole life product. So that means after today, you never have to worry about this again if we get an approval. Okay, the coverage starts day one. So if we do get an approval, the coverage goes into effect today. Okay, so God forbid anything happened yesterday, tomorrow, or next year, you're completely covered. Does that make sense? Perfect. Yes, that makes sense. Mr. Smith, on top of that, it's going to accumulate cash value. So every time you make a monthly payment, okay, it's going to create a cash value. This policy will continue to grow for you, almost like an investment as well. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Perfect. Also, if we're here in California, it has living benefits to it. So God forbid any type of terminal illness, doctor says you're going to pass away in that year, you have access to this money, whether it be to go out of network for a different type of treatment, handle last minute affairs, go on a last vacation, whatever you need to do, you can do that and not owe the money back. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful. And then what do? I take out, it would have been out already. I take out financial inventory, right? And by the way, you guys should have this cover page because it shows, yeah, I'm going to do all the shopping for you. It's right here. So my financial inventory book, this is when you take it out. See, I have everybody there with their name and if they accept or decline the coverage. Okay, you want to cover your butt. You're going to take it out. You're going to go to the basic stuff, name and age, retired. So name, got their name already. Sir, when's your birthday? 8/15/1964. Perfect. Are you currently retired or employed? I'm retired. Perfect. And what's your retirement? How much are you netting? How much do you take home every month? Sir, do you get paid twice a week? Sometimes they'll get confused. Do you get paid twice a week? I mean, twice a month? Yes. Okay. Every month, what is that check or that deposit for? It's about for $450 each deposit. Got it. So about $900 is what you take home a month. Perfect. Anything else? Any other money coming in? That's it. 900. Got it. And what's your rent? What's your rent here, sir? My portion is $450 out of the 900. So that means you have $450 remaining. Gotcha. Do you have any other significant bills like a car payment or any big credit card payments that you got to worry about? No, I have the minimum credit payment that I pay. It's $35 a month. Perfect. And the rest is what, just food stamps? Just food stamps? Food stamps. And how do you pay for groceries? Sometimes they'll say it's government assistance, or sometimes they're like, no, I just spend it myself. Okay, got it. So they get Social Security $900 a month. Their rent is $450 a month. They have $450 to kind of do their own thing on. I know where I'm going to hit them at. The person's probably going to say yes to about anywhere from like a $68 to a $78 payment, 68 to like $85, right? Because we want the business to stay, right? Next, do you have anything that acts like a life insurance besides work, annuity, 401k, anything like that, Roth IRA? No, nothing. So that's it. Got it. I understand why I'm here. Subliminal, understand why I'm here. And Mr. Smith, would you want to be buried or cremated? Cremation, yeah, that's the thing, lady. Got it. Are you a tobacco smoker? No, I'm not a tobacco smoker. I can tell after all this time. I know who's a tobacco smoker. And okay, cool. And then this is an important one at the bottom. Do you have a credit union, a bank, or both? The reason why I say it like that in the beginning, I was like, who's your guys' bank? it just sounds too confrontational. So let's say with a little more confidence. Folks, do you have a credit union, a bank, or both? Because it's so fluid, because I've sat in front of enough clients, it makes it easier. And over time, it just gets easier. So that's why we push, just get out and go. Just go in the field. Just sit with clients, because your life is easier after. If you want to make $5,000 this week, you know what you need to do to make $5,000 this week, right? But you don't know that unless you're in the field enough or working enough, period. So the reason why you say credit union, bank, or both is because, first of all, we want to see if it's a bank. They want to see if they have only if they have a direct express card. So sometimes we'll sit with these clients with government assistance. It's a direct express card. No carrier takes that besides Prosperity, right? So we want to know if it's, oh no, it's just a direct express card. Okay, we got to go to Prosperity only, right? That's the only person who's going to take a direct express card. So that's a big reason. You don't want to go through all the app, all the quoting, etc. And they're like, I have this card, right? So that's that. Then we make it pretty simple here. You see where all the medications are. So, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, do you have any heart attacks, strokes, defibrillators, stents, anything like that? No. Cross the line, that whole line. Pacemaker, heart valve disorders, cancer, pain meds, anxiety, depression? No. Boom. Diabetic, I stopped there because many people are diabetic. Yes. Diabetic, metformin or insulin? Oral or insulin, right? If for diabetes, guys, it's insulin, the needle, insulin, or it's oral. And many times it's metformin. So even though you don't need to know so much, if you just remember, is it insulin or oral? And if they say oral, you say metformin, that already raises your credibility by like 50%, whatever number, there's no number to it, but it just raises your credibility, right? Because it's showing that you know some of this stuff. You've sat with enough clients to where it's like, okay, metformin, I mean, insulin or oral? Oh, he knows what he's talking about. He's done this many times. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So insulin or oral? Oral. Okay. Metformin. Yeah. Metformin. Got it. Got it. Asthma, COPD? No. Confined to a wheelchair? Obviously. Nah. Alzheimer's? No. Got it. Got it. What other prescriptions are you on? So I went through all that. Now I'm going to ask what other prescriptions they're on. Okay. So what other prescriptions are you on, or what are they for? Okay. High blood pressure. That's pretty much everybody. High blood pressure. Got it. High blood pressure. Boom, boom, boom. Are you taking 3 more medications for the high blood pressure? No. Got it. Okay. What else? Over the counter, vitamin D. Got it. Got it. Got it. Any cholesterol? No, they prescribed it to me, but you are prescribed to it. Okay. So we got to put that, folks, right? Because we don't want to make it too easy for the client to know that they're going to get coverage so easy, right? We want this almost in a respectful sense to be a luxury. Like, hey, there's a process that has to go down here, right? You go through that. Okay, perfect. And then the bottom, who would the beneficiary be? It's going to be Thomas. Okay, so Thomas is your son. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. That's great. So he'd take this inheritance, correct? Got it. He'd take this inheritance. Trigger words. Inheritance. When you say that to a middle class, lower middle class family, or whoever you sit with, really, and I say that respectfully, whoever you sit with, really, when you say this inheritance, right, that's a word of upper caliber, right? So if you sit with the normal everyday person, you say, will this inheritance go to your son? They're like, yeah, it'll go to my son. There's something about that make it feel good when you say the inheritance, or who will all this money go to? Right? So we're doing all of this in the beginning. So when we get to the close, it's easy. Because remember, we have to earn our right to the close. You can't just come in, be whatever, and have it be done. You have to earn your right to the close. And that's why we take these steps. Right? And a couple calls that I've recorded when I got to the banking info, I stopped obviously, but a couple calls that I recorded, you guys see how the client just goes, that one, yes, that one, okay, that one. It's not magic. It's because we're fluid, confident, and earn the right to the close. Okay. So after you do that, you're going to flip it over. We're going to do exactly how this is. So give me 10 seconds. So let's say they're about 62 and I went to Eagle Premier, 70% of my business, right? Eagle Premier. We're going to go. I'll show you guys this in a minute. This pen is awkward. I use black for you. Sorry, let me get a paper. Oh, got 3,000 papers here. It's the client sheet, so I don't want to mess with that one. So after you got all that, we're going to flip the paper over, okay? We're going to flip the paper over. Very simple. We're going to go option 1, natural plus accidental. $10,000 for $65. I'll show you guys this in a minute. This is all $40,000, $50,000 producer does. This is it. No magic. No magic. Confidence and the will to want it. Third option, I usually do a 3-option close. Natural. Accidental. Let's go. 20,000. 20,000. That is going to be 89. Let's say 124. Okay, here it is. So everybody look at that for a sec. That's a 65, by the way. Really look at that, right? This is an Eagle Premier product. So if the person passes away from anything accidental, the face value doubles, correct? On Eagle Premier, whole life product, if the client passes away accidentally, non-natural, they'll get double the face value. So my option was natural accidental, 10,000, 10,000 for 65, 15,000, 15,000 for 89, 20,000, 20,000 for 124. This is it. This is what you're going to say after you're done doing this. And usually at this point, while you're on your iPad doing your face values and getting different monthly premiums, it's supposed to be quiet for a little bit. Okay. Let the person be on edge. Anything given too easy, it's just too easy, right? Let them be on edge for a bit. So at that point, after you do that, be like, all right, folks, so check it out. It has to be affordable. So which one do you feel comfortable with? And you turn it over. And then you say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so here are our 3 options. Okay, but the main thing is this has to be affordable. Our first option is 10,000 natural, 10,000 accidental for $65. Our second option is 15,000 natural, $15,000 accidental for a total of $30,000 for $89. Our third option is 20,000 natural plus 20,000 accidental for a total up to $40,000 for $124. If we could get an approval, which one do you feel most comfortable with? It has to be affordable. And then based on this guy's budget, he's going to go here or here. Here, I don't care if he chooses $65 because first of all, it's affordable for him. The client comes first. It's affordable for him. $65 still makes me $760 in 45 minutes. If he chooses here, that makes me like $1,100. Yes, Aetna's accidental also does pay an additional. We'll save all the questions for end. It does pay accidental though. It's extra $3-4 depending on the face value. When you check out, you can click it. So that's how it is, right? And then what happens? This is what happens if everything's done right. They'll just go, that one right there. That you're okay with that one, sir? Perfect. Can I get a driver license, please? Then you start going through that driver license, through that Americal app or whatever. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I know Russell Westbrook, the guy, he's just so fast. It's like he's got to calm down with his game. I know. See that Laker game? It was great. I know. Carmelo, man, that guy is something else. I don't know how they slept on him. Absolutely, absolutely. Sir, what's your email? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Where were you born? Got it, got it, got it. Mexico, man. It's been a while. I haven't been. Yeah. No, I'm not. No, 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 no. I'm not Italian either. No, no. Where are you from? No, 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 no. Perfect. Sir, what's your social? Nonchalant. Boom, boom. I never say what's your social security number. See, that's a trigger word, social security number, but it's a negative trigger word, unfortunately, right? So, Mr. Smith, what's your social? John, what's your social? Got it, got it. And your email? So always when I say social, the next thing I think is where you're born on the Americo app. So I go from the social to where you're born quick, right? So take their mind off it. What's your social, sir? Perfect, perfect. And your email? Got it, got it. And where were you born? Cool, cool, cool. And then you just keep going through it. Boom, boom, and you just keep going through it. Perfect. So first signature, we're going to run your medical information bureau. They're going to prescription history. We'll see if we get an approval. Okay, boom. Got it, got it. And then when you get to the banking information, and where did you want the funds coming out from? Was it your credit union or bank? You said the bank. Perfect, perfect. Can I get the account routing number or voided check, please? And then you look back down. When it's nonchalant to you, when it's not a big deal to you, it's not a big deal to them. It's not a big deal to them, right? So that's how we got to remember this. We got to remember this. We want to keep them calm. They're putting their trust in us. Their trust is being put on with us. Okay. After that, folks, anybody else needs coverage? As you guys can see, I've been working with a lot of referrals lately. Folks, anybody else who needs coverage, actually, we do have a special incentives right now for the holidays. Okay, so feel free to let them reach out to me, blah, 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 blah. The physical policy will be here in about 7 to 10 business days. Right when you get that policy, just grab it and put it somewhere safe. Just make sure you both know where it is. Okay, sir, do you have your phone with you right now? This is how you keep tightening the deal. No cancellations. Another agent comes behind you. Nah, they trust Rob. Okay, sir, do you have your phone with you? Miss, do you have your phone with you? Yes. Can I put my information in there, my direct line? Yep. 909-227-77, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. We're going to put Robert Insurance. John and Mary, will you remember that? Robert Insurance, Robert Insurance, Robert Insurance. Okay, I'll say it 2-3 times on purpose because why? They're like, damn, this guy's a professional. He doesn't want us missing his name. Robert Insurance, okay? Fair enough, folks. God bless you. Anything you need, feel free to contact me directly any time of the day. All right, take care, folks. Bye-bye. Boom, gone. All that. That's 30-35 minutes and I'm out of there. So when we get to the door, everybody who keeps saying they don't know an in-home, this is an in-home, right? And you've got to do it yourself. Just do this as a blueprint so you guys have something to pivot off. Your licensing, whoever doesn't have a laminated license, you're crazy. Do it. Your licensing or badge, definitely licensing. The state seal is good, right? License and driver license and state license. Find out their why. More coverage, don't have any coverage. Explain the process. Okay? The process also includes the product. And if you're confused on the product, that's when you give us a call. That's when you give your upline a call. So you should never need to guess. You can call. And that's part of the hesitation, taking that fear away from you of getting into the home or sitting with the client is because you don't know what product to put them on. That's fine. Just explain, find out, show your license, find out your why, and then the process. And right before you get to the product, then you call us and then we'll tell you where to go. Then you explain the product. Whether it's a Miracle CBO, Term 125, both term products, cash CBO 100, you get all your premiums back after. Plus there's a living benefit to it. Term 125, same thing, but you don't get your money back. Living benefit to it. And God forbid anything happens, you get 25% more off the face value if anything accidental happens. So it's a $100,000 policy. Somebody passed away from an accident, they'll get $125,000. There's your product. There's your product training, right? That's it. And then that's it, guys. Okay. I can go through this one more time, or I can leave it open for Q&A for the last 10-20 minutes. So if you guys have any Q&A, this is the time to talk about it. You want real answers. You want what happens in the in-home. Ask right now. There's probably somebody else here who wants to ask a question but won't. So step up. I'm here to help. You guys know that. And yes, Saeed, the accidental does. It does have an accidental to Aetna, but just towards the end, it's like another $3 or $4 more, depending on the original face value.
Hey, Rob, Joe here.
Jojo.
That's great stuff, man. I've seen other people that do the in-home and they're kind of like, man, if they can do it, I can do it. But yours is really simple and duplicatable. Question was, how do you know when to, instead of offering the Eagle, to offer the CBO 100 or the term 125 or whatever?
Or any other term product, sure.
Yeah.
So term 125 and CBO 100, okay, the people have to be, and honestly, the truth is you can kind of see it on them. Like, are they decently taking care of themselves? What type of medications are they on? So think of it like this: term 125 and CBO products, this is the type of underwriting you need. Not crazy severely overweight, not crazy overweight. Cholesterol's fine. Diabetic, if they're metformin, fine. Usually insulin, because that's a step up of diabetes. That's somewhat intense. Insulin, a term product, CBO usually won't take it. If they have cholesterol, it's fine. High blood pressure, it's fine. Maybe they're on an aspirin, it's fine. Basics like that. The not hardcore stuff. The cholesterol, it's fine. High blood pressure, it's fine. If they're a diabetic, but it's just oral, it's okay. So lenient stuff. And that's why your job as the underwriter is to access and be confident with all the information that you try to attain from them. You need to know what you're on. Sir, I need to know everything. I need to know what product to put you in. And that's why folks over the age of 60, even like 57, 55, I put them on an Eagle Premier product, because a lot of clients won't tell you the whole truth of what all their medical prescription history is, right? And then you quote them 80,000, 90,000, all this money, blah, 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 blah. But the guy's getting denied everywhere. And he knows that. So I kind of save the headache, and I usually go to Eagle Premier right away, because saying this, you never have to worry about this again, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You guys, if you want to ask questions, hop on. All right. The power of saying, guys, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you never have to worry about this again. This is a permanent product. It's a whole life product. There's a lot of power into that, right? There's a lot of power into that. And here's another way to know. If you're still unsure, and if you call the upline and he gives you a couple options, let's say I give you a couple options, but you're still unsure, this is what I do sometimes. I'll be like, folks, I'm not even too sure if we're going to get an approval or not, and I don't want to waste your time respectfully. Let's just get to the underwriting and see if I can even get a pre-approval or not. When you say that, they're like, okay, cool. That happened to me actually many times, especially in the early beginning. I wouldn't even quote. I just get straight to it and be like, folks, I'm just seeing if I can get an approval. Before I quote anything, I don't want to misquote. Let's just see if we can get an approval. So let's say you go into term 125. I'll put like $150,000, whatever, because you can always just adjust. You go to product information and adjust the face value, then click calculate at the bottom. It'll recalculate. So just get to the MIB fast as you can. But you'd be surprised, a lot of the clients that we sit with, whether you have final expense mailers, instant internet life leave, 3-month-old leads, a lot of people, they know that they're not going to get 70, 80, 90, 100, $150,000 at 65 years old with a $1,200 budget. They're grateful to have 15 G's in coverage while it builds some cash value for them. So you got to also lead the direction as well. So those are a couple options. It's a few options. Get to the MIB, give us a call, understand the prescription. Everybody should also be looking at the cheat chart, right? Everybody should have that. You guys are underwriters. You got to see what Eagle Premier takes, what term will take. So look at that stuff too. I've sent it many times. I'll send it again if so. But yeah, have all that with you.
Just to add to that, if when in doubt, go with Eagle Premier, because if they get denied with CBO or the term 125, then they will not qualify for Eagle Premier anymore.
No, they'll qualify still. It'll automatically withdraw. Just the term products won't. So if you went to a term 125, like what happened to me yesterday, term 125 or CBO 100, that's the same thing, right? If you go to term 125 or a CBO product, that's the same underwriting. Don't try to go to the other one. But if you go to term product, like term 125 or CBO 100, it will take Eagle Premier. I know we got that email, but that just meant it automatically withdraws itself. So if you miss up on the term product, you can go to Eagle Premier. Any other questions, guys? Rob G is going to be a hitter waiting for my New Jersey boy. Do you leave them in suspense or tell them if they are approved on the spot? Okay, so me personally, I know I've heard other people say, you know what, we'll give you a call later to see if you got an approval and the whole thing. My thing is, I don't want to keep, like, I run a lot of appointments. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I run a lot of appointments, so I don't want to go back and do the extra work of calling them. Oh, by the way, you've been approved. It's another task for me personally. But this is my thing. If I have my iPad here, I'll be like this. Now I'm like, all right, waiting for an approval. I'll be like this for like literally 45 seconds straight, honestly. Bam. All right. No, I just get nervous, folks. Okay. Good thing is we got an approval. Okay. We did get an approval. So the coverage went into effect. We're good there. Okay. So the policy is going to be here in about 7 to 10 business days. And that's how I tighten it. That's how I personally tighten it. Okay. So yeah, I tell them I don't leave them in suspense. More work for me, respectfully. All right. We got other questions or what? All right, guys, let's do that Telegram after. Chat. Mark, appreciate you. Say, appreciate you. What if you don't have the carrier yet that is supposed to? What if I don't have the carrier yet that is suggested by my upline? Well, there's many other products. So there's other ways you can go. And the main carriers of the Prosperity, the Americo, Mutual Omaha, if you have debt with them, sometimes they won't take you. But AIG, there's always an answer. So Marlon, if you want, you can message me, bro. Okay. And we'll find out who your upline is. Laura, Rob, if we close the lead, how does it get removed from the CRM so it doesn't get sold again? Anything we need to do? I personally don't do that. I should do that, but I can send that to you. But that's why when you leave, I always tell the clients, guys, don't submit any type of information. I'm your insurance guy for everything now. But yeah, I can send you a video on how to get all that done. I can send you a video how to do all that. But that's why I make the clients, guys, never inquire for insurance again. Anything that comes online, don't touch it. Okay. Any other questions? Just remind me, Laura, send me a message. So everybody's good. Nick, my man, appreciate you. If you're Eagle Premier would take that. Or if you're going to a term product, you can go to AM or John Hancock. John Hancock is good with diabetes. Guys, speak up. Come on, unmute yourself if you have a question, please. Because I should have done this on So Joe, everybody was on your Zoom yesterday. A lot of people were saying that they're whatever about the in-home, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody keeps saying the in-home. So everybody should be good then. Everybody's good then, right, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nobody's asking questions. We're good. I hope so. If that's what it is, that's good.
Hey, what about
we just have to get rid of the fear. And get out there.
Just get out there. It just works out. Thank you, Anna. 10 grand part-time. She does 6 figures part-time. She's going to finish off 11, 12 grand this month, bro. Part-time. Full job. Mother. Still going to do 10, 11, 12,000. Make an extra 120, 110, 130,000 a year. And she's just getting started. She's going to get better. Come on. Johnny, did you have something, bro?
Yeah. So for for policy delivery receipt, that's
not important unless it's an IUL or certain states. So an Index Universal Life and IUL Express with Mutual Omaha, many times they are going to require a policy delivery receipt and an illustration receipt. But America doesn't technically require them. No carrier technically requires them. Unless it's specific to the state.
Yeah, I think it might be. I got an email about it, but I guess we can just talk about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, it might just be for Pennsylvania. I'll look into it. I could, if anything,
Look into it. Look into it. And let's find a better way for that.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, keep me posted.
Got it.
Any other questions, ladies and gents? Gents. And as a gangster. Okay, good. All right, guys. So once again, guys, keep working, keep going hard. Credibility, finding out their why. Majority of families request this coverage because majority of them have already enough coverage, or they don't have any coverage, or they need more. Which one? Regardless, perfect. Then we're going to explain the process, the product, and then earn the right to the close. No fear. It's okay. Guys, it's okay. You can look them in the eye and tell them what needs to be done. Because if you don't sell them, guys, listen to this. If you don't sell them, somebody else is, and it's probably going to be me. Sell them. Show them the products. Be straight up. Be straight up. You have the option when you're sitting in front of a client or with the client and they start giving you these rebuttals. You have two options. You can fold and get this anxiety feeling and bounce, or you can appreciate the brains of a human being. Take a breath and just get really human with them. Sir, I completely understand. I know it's a little above your budget, but I took care of all the shopping for you. I'm the broker. Sir, even you can only afford $47, respectfully, it's like $1.75 a day. You're gonna sleep better tonight, sir, knowing that you put a policy on you and your wife than saving the $47. Sir, you're 66, respectfully, and we don't have anything in place. $47, you can change that, and you never have to worry about it again unless you want to increase. Is that fair, sir? Especially if the wife's there. Is that fair, sir? Going for the close again. Is that fair? Perfect. Can I get a driver license, please? And then you stay tone, mellow tone, boom, boom, boom. No, absolutely. I get it. Absolutely. Yeah. And you go through it. Any rebuttals anybody want to speak about? We got like 6 minutes before I got to wrap it up. I got my my Atlanta call from my boy Justin. Any rebuttals? And you know the rebuttals that I'm going to go over because it's the same stuff. Good? All right. All right, folks. Love you all. Appreciate you. Put the pedal to the metal, right? Time is the only thing we cannot get back, and it's priceless. So you're welcome, Saeed. Oh, my man. We love some Saeed. Of course, you guys, you're very welcome. You're welcome. Jennifer, let's go. You know what it is. Marlon, thanks, Stacks. No problem, bro. Send me a message for anything else, guys. You can find me on Instagram, _RobStacks, _RobStacks, or FFL Frontline page, _RobStacks. You're very welcome, everybody. My boy, Rob G, Miss Wanda, no problem. Rob G in New Jersey, about to tear it up. Can't wait. I'm taking a trip out there soon. Joe Martinez, the man himself, the recruiter of the century. Laura K, we miss you. You're welcome. All right, guys. God bless. Reach out if you have any questions. All right. Oh, the month ends Wednesday. You got to submit business by Wednesday. All right. We got to submit business by last day is Wednesday. So do what you can to end the month strong off. Okay. Shout out to all the SSM and VPs on here, Crystal, etc. Vita, Joe, almost. Love you guys. God bless. Shout out B Kitchens and my big bro Bruce.